Hello, boys and girls. Big Daddy D-Abbott here again with another bedtime story for y'all, so y'all be able to sleep good tonight. Now, this is a story. It was a European story by a French author, Charles Perrault, something like that. And then it was kind of redid a little bit by the Brothers Grimm, kind of cleaned it up a little bit, kind of made it better for the sensitive kids back in the day. Now, the sensitive kids back in the day still wasn't that sensitive, but then we made it even a little bit better for even the more sensitive kids. And then now nobody even talks about Little Red Riding Hood no more, because even the toughest of kids just ain't tough enough. They all too sensitive nowadays. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell you about this bad wolf and this Little Red Riding Hood. Now, you know, I told you a while ago when I told you about them three pigs, about old Big Bad Wolf. Now, this was his cousin. He lived up there. This was a European story, so I guess they lived out there in the European forest somewhere. But little old Red Riding Hood was a little old girl, and she'd go skipping through the forest, go over to Grandma's house, and she had a shortcut, went through the forest there, and she wore this little old red hood, had a little cape, you know, just frolic along. You know, back in, these little girls always had these little cute little dresses, you know, and those little white socks with the lace around the top, you know, kind of hung down, and those little old buckle-on shoes, you know, just cute little outfits, you know. Now, us boys never had cute outfits. We wore tough skin jeans from Sears and Roebuck. But anyway, so she always wore this red hood and this little old cape. Now, I don't know where the riding come from, because I don't think she rode over there. She just walked to Grandma's house. But anyway, so old Little Red Riding Hood, she'd take some baked goods, you know, to her grandma's house from her mama. Mama bake up some stuff. I don't know, maybe Granny couldn't cook good. But anyway, so little old Red Riding Hood, she was skipping through the forest one day, had her little old picnic basket there with some baked goods in it for Grandma. And she come across this old wolf. And old wolf said, "Hey, girl, what you doing?" Now, I don't know the wolf's first name. It might have been Big Bad, also Big Bad the second, Big Bad Junior, Big Bad the third. I don't even know. But we'll just call him we'll just call him Big Bad Wolf too. That's because everybody always said Big Bad Wolf. So we'll just call him Big Bad Wolf. Oh, Big Bad Wolf, he said, "Hey girl, what you got in that basket?" She said, "Oh, I got some cookies and cake and some crumpets for my granny." "Oh, you going to see your granny?" She said, "Yeah. She lives up here on the right." Well, that ain't a good idea to tell old wolf where your granny live. Well, he said, "Well," and he said, "Well, how about giving me some of them cookies and cakes?" She said, "I ain't gonna do it. That's for my granny." He's like, "Oh, come on, just give me some of them cookies and cake." And he said, "Won't you come over here with me and we'll have a picnic?" She's like, "I'm going to my grandma's house. And y'all, you better go on and leave me alone." So the old wolf, he thought for a minute. He says, "Well, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to slide up there to Granny's house. Yeah, and I'll get that cookies and cake. I'll just be like I'm a grandma." Well, he got up there to Grandma's house. Now, this is the original story here. And when he got to Grandma's house, he ate her, swallowed her whole. Now, this is you're going to know now when I tell you about the Grimms, the Brothers Grimm. And they ain't the Grimm's brother, they the Brothers Grimm. But I'll tell you that you need to remember that wolf swallowed Granny whole. You know what I'm saying? Like that right there. Granny went straight on down. I don't know how big this wolf was, but he had to be a house. Anyway, well, old wolf, after he done that, he got him a wig and some glasses, like he got Granny's glasses. He didn't swallow them because they'd have hurt his belly going down. So he got her glasses and put on one of her nightgowns and laying in the bed. Yeah, laying there act like his granny. He said, "Well, I'll act like I'm Granny. And when little old Red Riding Hood gets here, I'll get me them cakes and crumpets and cookies." Well, little old Red Riding Hood come up and knocked on the door. She said, "Come on in." Didn't sound like Grandma, but anyway, she went on in there. She said, "Hey, Grandma." She said, "Oh, Grandma." She said, what a deep voice you got." "Oh, better to greet you with." "Oh, okay. Well, whatever." She's like, "What big eyes you got, Grandma." "Oh, better to see you with." What big hands you got, Grandma? Oh, better to embrace you with. Little Red Riding Hood was getting a little curious about now. Something was wrong. Now, she looked down there and she said, "Oh, Grandma, what big teeth you got?" And she said, "Well, what better to eat you with?" And jumped up and grabbed little old Red Riding Hood and swallowed her whole too. Every bit of it, just swallowed her. Sure did. And then he got the cakes and the cookies and ate all them. Now that was the end of the story until the Brothers Grimm come along and the kids were getting a little sensitive. So he added this old wood chopper. There's old wood cut out in the wood. Now, and then some folks, watered it on down and the big bad wolf just tied Granny up and put her in the closet and didn't even eat Red Riding Hood. That didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? He ate them. That's the original story. He ate all of them. But here come this. But the Brothers Grimm, they come along. They said that's a little harsh for these little children. They trying to go to bed and get some sleep at night. So what we'll do is we'll make it a little better. So they could hear the wood chopper, the wood cut out there. I could hear some screams and stuff. That's when he was swallowing little old Red Riding Hood before he started eating them cakes and cookies. And the wood cutter come running with his axe and he whacked that old big bad wolf upside his head, knocked him out, cut him open, and out come Granny and little Red Riding Hood, and they lived happily ever after. Yeah, I'm serious. But when I was a boy, it even got better because I guess we weren't able to handle all that Granny being swallowed stuff. Because we'd ask questions. We're like, why didn't they chew him up before they swallowed him? You tell us to chew our food 60 times before, you know what I'm saying? So we wouldn't have fell for this bull, you know what I'm saying? So when we were kids, what had happened was Granny was tied up in the closet. And little Red Riding Hood hollered and screamed when the big bad wolf chased her around the house, and he never did get her. And the woodcutter come in, whacked him upside the head, killed him dead. No more big bad wolf. Now that's two bad wolves in one day, because the pigs got one of them and had him for supper. And now little Red Riding Hood done had one took out of the picture, you know what I'm saying? So that's two big, these wolves ain't gonna make it long. I see why they nearly went extinct one time. But anyway, that's what happened with the little Red Riding Hood. Now there's some alternate endings. Now I'm gonna tell you, sometimes now, Red Riding Hood just had a picnic with the wolf, I guess, because these kids nowadays, they sensitive. Oh, Lord, they so sensitive. They wouldn't get a wink of sleep. They'd be sleeping with Mama and Daddy. They'd be 18 years old, like, "Can I sleep with y'all, Mama?" And they'd be like, "Okay, baby, come on." I'm serious. It's a heart attack, y'all. It's not the same world I grew up in. Anyway, hey, listen, I hope all y'all get some sleep tonight now that y'all heard a bedtime story from old Big Daddy the Yabbit. Good night, people.